Hello everybody, welcome to Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. What are you going to do to make today great? And it's good to see you at the Friday Friendship Club. This is the symbol of the Friday Friendship where we link together in friendship and say hello to everybody. Thank you for being here. And tomorrow is a big Cyprus holiday. So let me just tell you a little brief bit about that. And don't forget, if you go on my main channel, New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus, I have a whole playlist of Cyprus holidays and customs and festivals. So if you're interested in learning more about festivals and holidays in Cyprus, then please take a look at that. So tomorrow is Ohi Day, and that means no. That's how you say no in Greek or Cypriot, Ohi. So tomorrow is called Ohi Day, and tomorrow means the day of standing up for rights. Ohi Day is always marked on the 28th of October, regardless of what day that falls on. And that's what happens with Cyprus holidays, where some countries have, say, a Monday, nearest Monday as a bank holiday. We actually have the actual number day for every holiday in Cyprus. So if it's midweek, we have a holiday. So it's great. We prefer, obviously, not to have these holiday dates fall on a weekend if we work. So whatever number day it is, it becomes a holiday. So it's a public holiday in Cyprus. Therefore, banks and most of the shops will be closed. When we first came here, any holidays, everywhere was closed, but shops start creeping to be open. The history of Ohi Day. Ohi Day commemorates the anniversary of the Greek dictator Metaxas, who said no to the ultimatum made by Italian dictator Benito Mussolini in 1940. Italy then attacked the Greek border, which officially began Greece's participation in World War II and automatically aligned them with the Allied forces. In the darkest days of World War II, Greece dared to question the invincibility of the Axis powers, forcing Mussolini's invading men back into Albania and thusly derailing Hitler's master plans. An effort that many world leaders claimed changed the outcome of World War II. Ohi Day, as I say, is celebrated on the 28th of October annually, and it's a public holiday also in Greece and commemorates a turning point for the Axis powers from the Second World War. So that's a brief overview history of our holiday tomorrow, Ohi Day. So you've also learned a Greek word there. Ohi means no. So if you say, no, I don't want to, Ohi. And just in case you're wondering, excuse me, the word for yes is ne. Ne. And don't be fooled when people will nod their head when they say Ohi. When they say no, they nod their head. And some people think, oh, that means yes. No, it means I don't want to do it. I don't want to. No. So any nodding of the head accompanies no, not yes. So there's a little bit of fun info for you there. And doing a little light video today. Light, yes, light. I thought we would do some Q&A. If you want to send me questions, then you're very welcome to send me questions and I'll answer them either in a video or on a live. The first question is, are you ever lonely? Only when Mike's out like now, so I do a live. I said to him, oh, you're leaving me to cat sit today, are you? And all the cats have come in. I said on my live yesterday, or the day before, it's a heat wave in the middle of, well, near the end of October. It's a heat wave. the cats are even too hot to be outside in the shade. We have a nice cool house, and they've all chosen sofas to sit on, so they're in now. And I did get a little bit done in the garden this morning, but I was in the shade and it was only standing snipping, so I did still get very hot, but there you go. So do I get lonely? No, I don't get lonely at all. I prefer to have my own time, to like free time, than, don't get me wrong, I love to see friends, but just to not have any schedule. So there is that. And in the house now, in the comments, we have channel KKK. Go and check that channel out, and I'm pretty sure you will get a comment back if you do so. I answer every single comment, even those that just put emojis. And I did talk about this the other day. If you put only emojis in a comment, it doesn't get recognized in the YouTube algorithms as a comment, because obviously bots can do emojis. So do take note of that. Even if you just put one word, hi, or something like that, that will then get counted as a comment. So let me know in the comments, either live if you're on, or in the comments under the video if you watch it back later, your answers to today's Q&A questions. So are you lonely? What is lonely? I think actually lonely is not being happy to be by yourself rather than not having friends. That's a different form of lonely for sure, to not have any friends. But I'm someone who would rather have a few very close friends than lots of. So there's that. Okay, let's move on to the next question. And the next question is, who is or was your favourite comedian? Who is or who was your favourite comedian? Let me think about that. I don't like kind of silly, like slapstick comedy. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So for me, not really those kind of people. Let me think. My favourite comedians. I like comedians that talk about their everyday life, you know, situation comedy. I like that, like a stand-up comic. So, and people talk about up-to-date topics, but definitely more. Victoria Wood could be quite funny, if anyone knows who she was. I didn't like when she made her funny songs on the piano, though. I didn't like that. Let me see, what else? Favourite comedians. I quite like some impressionists when they do impressions of someone. Let me see, who else? I quite liked the two Ronnies. Obviously, I'm talking English comedians. The two Ronnies were funny. I liked their show. I don't always like double acts, so I didn't actually like Morecambe and Wise much. Some bits were really funny, but it was the same thing again and again, I felt, with them. Nothing new. Little and Large, forgive me if you don't know these English comedians, Little and Large were funny because at the time they came onto the scene, there was nothing like them, just their format. For example, they did Andy Pandy and Teddy, and I actually saw them in a theatre as well, and they had all the puppet strings. Andy Pandy and Teddy were puppets, and they became them, and they were all dressed up with them, and they had all the strings from themselves to the top of the stage and everything. That was quite good. So I like things that are completely different and unexpected. So yes, some double acts. My favourite comedy programme, you can't beat it. Fawlty Towers, and I'm sure that's gone all round the world. Fawlty Towers. There were only 12 episodes. Some of you who know it will probably think, no, there were more than that. There were only 12 episodes, and at their total peak, it was supposed to be set in Torquay, Devon, in a hotel, and it was, look it up if you've never heard of it, but I'm sure most of you have. It was Fawlty Towers, and that was John Cleese, and very funny. And as I say, at the prime, where it was at its absolute peak, he stopped writing it with his ex-wife. They were writing it together, and she actually played the chambermaid. And he said, I want to stop at the peak. I've got no reason to make more, and I would rather it not die out. And it's very iconic. So that's going to be my answer. The next question is, have you ever been on a weight reducing diet? Did it work? Well, this is a bit topical at the moment. I am on an extremely limited diet. I think there's 12 things I can eat now. I can only drink water. There's 12 things I can eat, and they're all bar one thing. They're all fruit and vegetables, and it's not I can eat any fruit and vegetables. And for a situation I have going on, and apparently that's for the rest of my life. So there's fun for you from someone who really loves to eat their food. I would never choose to diet. It's more important to have a balanced diet normally, so you can have bad things, because or else life's boring. I don't believe in these modern injections to diet, for goodness sake. I don't believe in surgery to lose weight. I believe in exercising, but in fun ways, not pounding or anything like that. So I believe in exercise and moving. Even if you can't exercise for different reasons, you can move about, put some music on, dance around. If you're in bed or restricted in a wheelchair, you can see many great videos out there, including my own, where you can still move and exercise in different ways. So I don't believe in diet. I believe in cutting back or having less of bad things, but I don't believe per se in an actual diet. That's my own thoughts and opinions. I love my food. So now it's for health reasons. I have to do it. So it's not I can't do it before someone thinks that. Okay, next question. Finish this phrase. One thing that makes me feel impatient is, I'm often talking about this. One thing that makes me feel impatient is queuing and waiting. Now, I don't mind waiting in a queue. So those two words have just been counteracted. It's not anxiousness. It's just I arrive in time for, say, an appointment, and I like to be seen at the time you're supposed to be seen. It's anticipation. That's what it is for me. So that's not really impatient, but I get fidgety or, those kinds of things. Depends what the appointment is. If you're queuing in a shop, I don't mind, as long as you don't get someone, what we call faffing about, and not getting on with it in front of you, instead of having a long chat with the checkout person, let's say, and there's people waiting, that kind of thing. I don't like when people say, oh, excuse me, can I go before you? That's okay if they've got a couple of items, let's say, but not the ones who say, because I've got to rush to work, or I've got to rush to pick my children up. Well, you should have thought about that before you bought this whole trolley full of stuff and shopped at that time of day, so that. Hope that answers that enough. Let's do the next question. For anyone who is not in the chat, the KKK is a nasty piece of work. So that person has been banned from YouTube entirely because that's what I do. So just to say that. Finish this sentence. One thing that worries me is, again, worries, that's not quite the word. I was going to say Mike dying, and I've got to run all the system of how we live on my own. I don't drive. I'm nowhere near anything. We did briefly say, well, should we not move to this location because of that? And I said to Mike, well, we could live another, I don't know, 20 odd years, whatever. Are we going to move somewhere not as good just in case something happens to you first, for example? So I wouldn't say I'm worried about it. There are ways and means around everything. I have actually got, I've made a booklet of my way, how I know how to do everything. I say everything, such as to start the generator, to stop the generator, how to clean the pool, as in run the pumps, all those kind of things. I could have moved, let's say, right in the middle of a town where things would be looking after themselves, so to speak. But even something like that, in Cyprus, you don't have like electric cookers. You have gas cookers. So you have the gas bottles, the big gas bottles. So even something like that, even if I was in the middle of a town, yes, there would be neighbours, but people would help me here without a problem anyway. But even something like that, you can't say I live in the middle of town. You can't just go and change your gas canister, as in to a place where you buy them from and take the other one back. So even if you might say, oh, you should live somewhere else, I still wouldn't have been able to do everything on my own anyway. And as I say, big support here. I'm not bothered. Things will change the way things happen here. But, you know, let's live for today. Think about tomorrow, but there's no point worrying about that. I could drop dead tomorrow. So what's the point of worrying? I don't worry. I just worry about Mike, let's say, when he's out or if something happens to him. Not for my own means, but that is the life we created together. So that. Oh, here's another one. Finish the sentence. One thing I do well is support people in all shapes and form. All shapes and form. If you want me, I'm here. I often put my email up. I'll put it up now so you can take it if you want it. Let's do my email here. So you can always privately contact me. A lot of you do. You tell me your stories, what's happening to you, ask for my help, which I do. It could be small things or it could be huge things. I'm always here for everybody. So I'm only a click away. So I support people not just on YouTube. I've lost count of how many people I've helped start a YouTube channel now. I've absolutely lost count. If you're a bigger channel and I go on yours, maybe not as much as I used to, I've got you on your way, or I've got you over 1K, 2K, 3K, whatever it is, by sharing your channel out and shout outs and pointing people to your channel and whatever else. I'm helping those who haven't got where you are yet. I'm busy with them. So don't be sad. But there's people, I feel, once you've got to sort of a few K, and particularly in your chats, if you've got tons of people literally scrolling past your chat, I feel you don't need me right there in your chat, when at the same time there might be someone who's got nobody in their chat. So I will jump to there. So I do love you all still, and I do come and see you. As I say, there was a little while ago, not a long time ago, and my YouTube got completely wiped out. My channels were fine, but you know how you get your subscriber names down the side? I don't look on there for who's uploaded. I just type in the top of YouTube what channel I want to go in. But sometimes I scroll down the side and, oh, I haven't visited them for a while, or, oh, I haven't visited them. Those channels down the side of YouTube, on your left-hand side as you're looking at your screen on YouTube, they all got just completely wiped out, just gone, everything. So I still feel there's a lot of channels I used to watch that I've kind of forgotten about. So I'm still asking you, either through this channel or my main channel, just drop me a comment and that will remind me. Or there's some I remember, but I can't quite remember the title of the channel. So do drop a comment and then we can fix that. Then we can fix that for sure. Okay. Oh, we got another finish the sentence. One thing that really cheers me up is, I'm not asking, but surprise mail. Surprise mail. Oh, isn't that the best thing? Oh, that. It's got to be that. Surprise mail. There's nothing like it. I always say I like an old-fashioned letter rather than, I love emails and chat and comments, but an actual letter or a surprise bit of mail. Of course, I like the gifts as well, and I appreciate those that can, and I appreciate a lot of you can't, so I do appreciate that. So that's that. That's easy. Oh, finish the sentence. We're on a roll with this today. One thing that relaxes me is, I dislike strongly spas, like spa days, massage, all those kind of things. Don't ever give me anything like that. I really dislike those things. But what I do like is my hair done. And you won't believe I had it done for the first time, before COVID even. I had my hair cut. I had it done recently and it looks right mess now. I did trim the fringe again. Which I shouldn't touch, but it was in my eyes. So I do like having my hair washed at the hairdressers, and I enjoy getting my hair cut. I'm not one of these people who go all the time. I just can't afford to do that. I would love to do that. Again, I get fidgety if I too long though in the hairdressers. I do get a bit fidgety there. So yeah, I would say, what was the actual question? What relaxes me? So obviously doesn't entirely relax me, but it's probably the thing I would like most. If I went to work and I had more than enough money to get by, then I think I would be one of those people, not who go every so many weeks, but maybe every couple of months, to go and have my hair just made nice. What else relaxes me? To just go for walks in my area. I'm always talking about that. I live in a very rural area, and just to go for walks. You don't come across any people. No one lives here, barely anybody, and they're like long distance away. So I can walk for miles. I don't walk on the roads or the tracks. I tend to go off the tracks and just wander and discover. And when I say there's tracks, it's where goats have walked, because they let the goats out loose here all the time, all the goat farms, and they go back at night, don't worry. And because they walk the same route, the routes they were trained to walk, it's worn like two very thin paths, because they obviously don't walk one behind the other. So it kind of makes little miniature tracks. If you look on my other channel, New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus, I run that on the bottom. I've got a whole playlist of walk videos, and you'll see often these narrow sort of tracks, worn tracks they look like, and that is where the goats walk. And all the walks on that playlist, I think it's something like Mountainside Walks or something like that. All the walks are from my house. I haven't gone somewhere else in Cyprus and walking around. They are all from my house, which is important of me to show you where I live. Okay, let's see. Next question. One thing I consider a waste of money is, sorry if you do, but any form of smoking or vaping. I know you may have your reasons, but that is literally money to burn. So for me, no. I know some people are addicted, that's your own thing, but to choose to do that in the first place is just silly, in my opinion, whether people did it to be grown up or whether people have done it for what they consider to be medical reasons. I don't think you'll ever be prescribed that. If we're talking about some other form of drugs, then yes, I know medically they do work for some people. I'm not talking about that kind of thing. Gambling, I think if you gamble in any shape or form, even say, oh, I'm doing the lottery or whatever form of gambling you do, but I could win, or I have won small amounts. Well, yes, but I'm sure if you put the amount, if you do say a lottery every week, put that money in a jar, and the end of the year, you've won anyway. You haven't missed that money. So yeah, gambling as well for me. I think that is an absolute waste of money. Absolutely. I can't really talk about buying tat, because do you know what tat is? Things you don't need, like bits and pieces. Everyone loves to do that. And when I was in England, I probably bought a lot of tat, but I've realised there are better things to spend my money on. So that, and also, I suppose you could say holidays. Now, I know there's benefits of holidays, but think what you're getting for your holiday and then consider, was that worth it? Yes, for certain reasons, a holiday is a good thing, but it's a lot of money. There must be other ways you can do it, such as house swap. And you can even swap countries for house swap. So think about other ways as well. Okay, next question. One thing I dislike is smokers. What else do I dislike? We won't talk about foods I dislike because I just answered the question on that in my previous live. I dislike, I'm always talking about this as well, when it's not fair play, as in life. A strong passion of mine is to basically, those with the nasty jobs should get the most money, and those with the fun jobs or famous people, footballers, anything like that, should be paid minimum wage. And then let's see who wants to be famous. Why are they having so much money to buy luxurious houses? What have they done for their country? Or no, footballers, they're not even from the country half the time now. But that, so fair play, and the way certain jobs earn a lot more money and luxurious lifestyle. If I had money like that, I wouldn't be keeping it. I would be passing it on to those who truly need it. Okay, next question. Name something that amuses you. Amuses me. In a funny way or in a laughy way? A lot of people in my chat amuses me. I'm often laughing at little comments and chat. Funny things I say. I'm always saying things wrong, but sometimes they do come out funny. My cats amuse me to no end. They do funny little things. Shall I share this? I'm sure you've seen it before, but I keep still being asked to show it. So I will show it if I can find it. This is one of my cats. I have 4 cats, and this is, see where it is. It's near the top. One of my cats had my laptop out. He loves to press keys. He had my laptop out, not my laptop, my tablet, and he was using the Greek app. And then when he'd finished, he swiped it to clear it and then went off. So here's that. He just like, right, click out, and off he went, like he knew he'd clicked it off. That's so funny. Oh dear. And if you haven't seen all my cats, you haven't been watching all my videos. Here's an overview of all my cats. Let's do a couple more questions and then I've got to go and do some editing today. I'm a bit behind with my editing and I'm sure you want to see videos on my channels. And while Mike's out doing the shopping, it's the only day I can do narration. It's the only day. So as soon as I finish my live, he's gone now. And I will do my live and then I can get on with my narration editing. I kind of save any narration up for Friday afternoons because here now it's 2:30 in the afternoon in Cyprus. This question is, name something that confuses you. Life, everyday things, everyday things. Because of my brain damage and disabilities, I do notice I'm getting more and more confused. And just an easy example of that was, I have done it before and I can't remember how I did it now, but on my phone, I changed the voice to, you know, the assistant. I changed the voice to a man's voice because the woman's a bit drony. And I had done it. And for some reason now, I think because I turned it right off, it's reset to the droning woman, like bad voice. So I want to change it back. So a good example is I've clicked on how to change it back. It says go into this, go into this, go into this and do this. Right. So I come out of that, go into the first bit, do the first bit, go on whatever it was. I think it was the Google settings or something. I can't remember. Then go into settings, go into voice. I've gone into voice. Then I can't remember the rest of it, what to do. So then I go back again, read it, come back. I can't take it in. There's too many steps. There's too many steps. So if everyone could tell me, I've gone into voice and then I've just clicked on everything in voice, and there's nothing to change the voice there. So if everyone wants to write it out for me so I can look at it at the same time as doing it, I can't maintain directions in my head. If someone says, right, to get to someone's house, you go left here, right here, down here, left there. Oh, you're beyond me. It's beyond me. I can't retain that sort of information. Okay, one more question and then I'm gone for today. Name something that I feel is important to me. My time. My time is important to me. Anyone who says they don't have time for something, you need to prioritize. Oh dear. Anyway, you need to do what's most important first. You need to do what's important first. So decide what you want to do and what you must do, and then, you know, you can swap with other people. So if you've got children to pick up, then you have them on Monday with your friends' children and let them have them on Tuesday, if you really struggle in that way. But I'm sure you don't. If you chose to have children, I'm sure you must have thought about what that would mean in your life. So these kind of things. So prioritize what is important to you. So what's important to me is my time and what I do with my time. And it's also important that I have what I call free time. So you don't have to be busy, but you have time every day to do something you want to do and choose to do. Maybe even time to better yourself and get to that goal in life that you want to get to. So thank you for watching. I'll finish as always with Quote Corner, and I hope to see you on Monday on my other channel, which is New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. And Monday live is UK 3:30 p.m, EST 10:30 a.m, Central 9:30 a.m, PST 7:30 a.m. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and then it should pop up for you anyway when it's on. And also, if you're in another country, it will tell you what time my live is in your country. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you Monday on my other channel.